Let's fucking go, boys! Been up since 1 a.m., 2.5 hours of sleep total. 8 hours into my workday already at 1 p.m. We're starting a second stream for the day, and I still have shit after that. Let's fucking go! We are starting the hentai tournament arc today. Well, not the tournament arc, the tournament proper, because we have had a crazy set of tune-in exam prelims. I mean, hentai tournament prelims. We have culled the herd. We have derived it down to, what was it? 26, 46, 36, something like that. A relatively small number of contestants that will do battle to see who truly is the greatest among the greats. Yeah, welcome everybody. Welcome. The shit we're doing today is going to be legendary. And I do not say that lightly. If you were here at the 4 a.m. stream that we did this morning, even calling it morning is generous, then you would have seen the brackets that we made as we made them. They were meticulously calculated. And now we have them. So let's jump over to the study, why don't we? Wait, nope, wrong place. Nope. Okay, here we go. All right, now there we are. Yes, here we go. Yeah. Yep. Even then there's more good stuff, we just couldn't keep digging. Exactly. You have to cut it off at some point, you know? There is truly an incredible depth and reservoir and gold mine of porn out there, but we can only go through so much. So we have cultivated it to these candidates. As you can see, some of them get a seating. Get it? Seating, like sex. Anyways, don't ask me why I'm cracked on so much energy right now. I don't know how it happened. But I actually managed to stick the landing on my workday today. Fuck yes. I guess 50 ounces of black tea is a hell of a drug. And now I'm just going on the fumes left over from that. Now the thing is, some of these pieces I have not actually finished yet. It's the excitement over the list. Exactly, Peppercat. Also, welcome everybody. Welcome. You know what's up. Christian Givens, Pickle Fart, Joannis Paulio, Pepper Cat, the Cycronia. Welcome. And thank you for bearing with the slightly slow start today. I just like hearing the sound of my own voice, so I was watching again the videos that I just posted over the last few days. Because, you know, I'm an egotistical son of a bitch. And, you know, and hopefully you love me for it, because otherwise, why are you here? But let's go. This is actually, hang on. There we go. Gotta get it to properly render the digits so you can see what the digits are. How are we going to do this? Fully read through each entry 2 at a time, maybe give awards along the way? You know, I'm not entirely sure, because when we made these brackets, it was 4 fucking a.m. And I could hardly think straight. But what we are going to do is we're going to be doing these brackets. We will maybe skim over the entries. If it's something where we did not actually read through it during the prelims, we will definitely give it a read through. Yeah, because I don't want to read through all of them for every single match, because that would be a bit much. The thing is, the prelims took a while. And I kind of wish they hadn't taken quite that long. So this tournament, I want to keep rather short and sweet. We've done most of the legwork. We don't need to retread it. Also, I like to think I have a pretty good memory for stories. Yeah. I know what you all are thinking all the times that I've forgotten things, or other people have forgotten things that seem like that have a similar voice to me. Point is, it'll be great. It'll be fine. You know? It'll be fine. But just to look over what we got here, the brackets did kind of end up categorizing themselves very nicely, even though that was unintentional. Up here, we've got some very strong, spicy candidates, shall we say. Like these 4, well, okay, this one's more funny, but these 3 in particular are all like, goddamn, spicy. This one, not so much spicy, but, you know, whatever, that works. And then we've got a bunch of wholesome here, and then a shit ton of wholesome here. This is going to be a bloodbath down here. Like, the first set of rounds for most of these are going to be, you know, straightforward. They're going to be slaughter fests. But for everything else, that's going to be crazy. I feel we owe at least the high rankers a full read through. Guess we'll play it by ear. Yeah, there. If it's not abundantly clear, then yes, we can do rereads just to make sure that we're properly comparing the two. And then I'll probably need to like come up with some kind of way to actually fill in the text for what the previous results are. If you were here at the 4 a.m. stream today, then you would have seen that there was a set of text for these contestants that I actually got 1 digit slightly off at, which, given the game that we are playing, could be rather dangerous. So I had to actually edit it in because I'd already closed the webpage and I didn't want to enter it in all over again. So we'll probably just have to figure out something like that for this stuff and then just put them in here and put in copies of the thumbnails. I don't know. But yes, let's be fucking gin. Also, C Poopy. Hey. Welcome. Great to have you here. Clearly, you have good taste. Okay. So let's see. Where's the... Okay. Now, first matchup is actually a potentially tough one. They're a bit close from two middling pieces. So let's get into that. Now, I just need to be sure of some things, because for the stream earlier today, I actually turned on display capture for a little bit, which makes me paranoid because I don't want display capture to be on when I'm going to the sauce. Like, even if it's on a different monitor, I don't want to risk it. So let's check that shit. Yes, okay. It is off. And you know what? I'm just going to lock it as off just to make sure that there is no accidental clicks that feck this up. Also, maybe let's adjust this window here to make it something that is a bit more conducive to a pleasurable viewing experience. I said pleasurable. If any of you are wondering when I will actually start to get some sense of shame and stop all these ridiculous euphemisms and jokes, the answer is quite clearly never. All right. Exactly, Cychronia. I'm putting on protection. Yes. Always wear protection. Yeah. There's a really cool book, actually, about how awesome protection can be. It's called Battle Lines. You should check it out if you haven't. Okay. Like, I didn't write it or anything, but, you know, I hear the person who wrote it was really cool. All right. Now do the thing so that you render out the digits. All right, cool. It's weird. I don't know why, but if you zoom in a little bit and then zoom back out, it actually renders out the things into, like, high level of fidelity. Fidelity. It's funny because one of the ones on here is NTR. Anyways, well, okay, not NTR, cheating. Wait. Okay, that's a complicated... Actually, the answer might not be so simple as that. Point is, let's begin. And no, you don't need to be concerned about the fact that I had to put a stipulation at the end of that answer to that question that I set up myself. 302-218 versus 388-445. So this is actually one of the interesting ones because I did not finish 388-445 because it's like a 70-page piece. So that will be interesting. The other one I didn't finish on stream, but I did finish off stream. I liked it a lot more with the sections that we had on stream than off stream because they got into some cringe situations and a dialogue. But I guess the situation was a bit out there on its own already because it involved portal shenanigans. I did not think that the term pocket pussy could exist before, well, that. Well, actually, that's not true. I've read One Piece. Okay. 388-445. The pussy. I don't know if I ever told you guys about this, but there was a point where I was playing Jackbox, like Quiplash and stuff, with some people. And I didn't necessarily know the people that well. They were kind of Zoomers, let's be real, you know? Like friends of my younger siblings, basically. And their sense of humor was entirely dictated by adding, not ussy, but puthy. Puthy. It had to be a TH. And any answer that had puthy on it basically was an automatic win. But okay, so the name of this one is Kurosawa's Day Off. We're talking 388-445. Oh, wait. Hang on. I have brackets up, but if I... Okay, I didn't think this through as well as I could, because I moved away from the... Wait, actually, hang on. Wait, no, maybe I am a genius after all. Wait, okay, now we just need to actually, like, adjust all this stuff. Oh, boy. Okay. So now, yeah, nice and simple. Nice and simple. Okay. I don't remember actually what page we were on. I want to say it was like page 50 or something. We got pretty far. All right. 388-445. Well. So, to recap this piece, it's got absolutely beautiful art. Beautiful art. But it revolves around a couple that are wanting to try out a new form of lovemaking. Can't remember the exact culture that they said it stems from. With the level of detail they go into it, I believe it might actually be a real thing. But basically, turn it into a week-long endeavor where at the start you can't even touch each other or, like, you know, take off clothes or anything. And then as it goes on, you slowly work up to be able to go to higher levels of intimacy, to really go for like a slow burn. So if you like slow burn stuff, this is the definition of slow burn. And I quite liked it. I got like 50 pages into it or something, which is impressive considering that, like, you know, Polynesian, I think. That sounds right. That sounds right. I can't be sure. Okay. Right, so they're all hot and bothered just by, like, being around each other. Oh, no, it definitely wasn't 27. Oops. Okay. Was it, like, 43, I want to say? No, it wasn't quite that far. Okay. I want to say I stopped before the actual sex. But I thought I got farther. No, oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna stop before the actual sex, and then it was so hot that I was just like, okay, well, let's just keep going. You know, let's just jump right into the middle. I'll round it out and say page 40. Page 40, because I believe, I think Yeah, this is starting to feel familiar. Okay. All right. They came from behind. Oh my. Oh my. Okay, okay. All right, that's page 40. Very steamy, very steamy. I like it. Actually, hang on. Wait, let's make this to a size that's readable. There we go. There we go. All right. Nope, nope. All right. Although there is a part of me that feels like I may be doing this a disservice because I'm needing to just recall the build-up to it rather than actually, like, you know, having the context. This is one that I would say that even though it is 64 pages, I would highly recommend going through it all in one go. Ward 1, let it slow cook. Yeah, slow burn, Ward 2, large package, 50 plus pages. I feel like if we name it the Ward large package, though, that could just, like, people could just think that you're like, it's not a euphemism. You're just saying that the dick is, like, gigantic or something. Oh yeah, the buildup is everything for this one. Like, and what's it against? What is it against again? That's right. Yeah, no, this one. Okay, let's be real. From what I've already read of this one, it actually hands down wins already. So I'm going to say why, and then we'll get into the actual, like, reasons. Or, no, we'll get into the rest of the bit. Okay. But I'm also going to be doing something, because there's definitely going to be a highlight made of this, and I want to take proper notes for the editor, so that way they don't have to search through the entire stream in order to find the clips. So if there are pauses, bear with me. That is all a part of the fun. Okay. All right. So many tabs. So many tabs. All right. Okay, so looking at these two submissions, right? Actually, can I change the... Yes, I can change the composition. Beautiful. All right. So I'm going to do this and actually move over to the two competing pieces right now. So 302.218, which is the thumbnail on the right. That is the one with the Pakusi. And then 388.445, which is the thumbnail on the left. I will say that thumbnail does not do the art justice. The art is far better in my mind than that one, but there wasn't, that was the best that I could find as far as, like, an easy to find thumbnail that is hopefully recognizable for the piece. Both of these things actually work off of the same high points, selling points, if I would say. So both in Pakusi and in Polynesian week-long Pound Town, I guess, even though that is not actually an accurate way to describe it. Point is, they're both about the slow build-up, right? In the Pakusi one, in 302, I'll say, it's because of the mystery of, wait a minute, shit, who found the Pakusi and how is all this stuff happening and all of that stuff, right? Makes it very tense that way, makes it nice and hot. Solid contender. This is definitely one of the, probably, maybe the most competitive match in the very first round. Thing is, 388 does achieves the same consistent tension through different methods, and that's the slow burn. I would say 302 wins on like spicy out there premise. 388 wins on execution, and like slow burn is a lot harder to do, I would say, than just having a fun mystery, but that is not to discount the mystery. Will we actually be giving medals for size? You know, that I'm not sure. I'm not sure. As for size of the piece, God, no, everything can be sexual if you say it right. I like my weird premises that you can only get in a one shot. That is true. That is true. That is a great point. And original works, as opposed to, I mean, they're all original works, but things that aren't based on an existing material, rather than like the traditional doujins, that is definitely an advantage that they have. Yeah, but the big problem that I have with 302 218 is that once the mystery is actually solved, it loses a lot. It lost a lot of its enjoyability for me, right? Because there's all the inherent problems of, like, if you have someone who's using a pococy that they just found randomly somewhere, right? I don't want the people to actually meet, because the kind of person that is then obviously like a terrible human being, right? Because taken outside of, you know, like porn, where it's just like, oh, this is hot, fun. You know, that's just awful. And it's not that you couldn't have a person who's a scumbag in a hentai, but the problem is that when they actually get brought in, they're so uninteresting as far as like the conflict and stuff. It's, you know, even if you were to go for the angle of like, the original stuff was hot because, you know, like it got into the whole idea of like, oh, she's kind of at the mercy of this person and she doesn't know who they are, and, you know, and all this stuff, but she's also like into it, you know. You kind of lose out on that when she's the one who seeks him out. And also, you know, it's, well, the only type of person that they could be after how the piece had been going on up till then. Oh yeah, absolutely, Psychronia. Post that on the Discord. Whereas with 388445, I do have to finish this one. We'll get into that in a bit. But with the stuff that they get into with the characters, I believe them a lot more. The aspects of the dialogue that I wouldn't call, I feel like it would be a disservice to call it hentai dialogue, but having the dialogue and the internal thoughts of the characters go into such detail about explicit physical things that are happening or not happening makes way more sense in this story, because it's all about the slow buildup, right? The characters themselves have been, you know, itching to go at it with each other, right? And they haven't been able to. So when those little things start to happen, it absolutely makes sense to me that they would hyperfixate on it, right? Let's reverse the genders. What if a girl found a portal wiener and started using it as a toy? It'd be weird. I mean, yes, it would be either way. It's like, I would actually say that it was harder for me to get over the inherent, well, let's just be real, the inherent rapiness of 302, but the art was hot. The you know, not that it would make it in any way okay in any kind of real life situation. I believed that the character was into it with the way that they had been established before the, you know, Pacosi was found, right? So that made it able to be something where it's like, okay, you know, I was able to suspend disbelief for something that I normally would not be able to. And that would be, it would either be, it either wouldn't change based on the gender, or it would actually be easier for me to suspend disbelief if it was gender swapped. I don't know why I'm suddenly arguing for why 302 is actually amazing when I'm pretty sure I like 388 more. They're both great. They're both great. I would recommend them both to people. 302 was one that I did not expect to like given the premise, but I ended up really enjoying up until it got to the end and you actually meet the person who found the, you know, the portal device and all that stuff. Yeah. The real discussion. Exactly. So it's close, but I think 388 has to take the cake for me here, unless it bombs in the last 15 pages, because it feels more unique. Yeah. Right, because that's the thing. They were both super hot. Super hot. I read 40 freaking pages, or I think more than 40 pages of a set of digits, like on stream, when I was specifically saying that I didn't want to like read too much of them. Like for context, I would read about like 20 pages maybe, and that was around at the most. A lot of the times I would cut them off, you know, at like if they didn't pass, you know, much sooner than that. But if I really liked them, yeah, I'd read about, you know, 20 pages, maybe 25 if that was the whole piece. I don't think more unique is the word you're looking for here, even though I think I know what you meant. Yeah, it's hard to describe, because while the two are fundamentally very different as far as the actual things being portrayed in the pieces, I think the strengths of them are very similar, if that makes sense. Like if 302 were to go on to the next round, I think it would definitely get demolished, but it's, if it were up against a different first competitor, I think it would absolutely make sense for it to go on to the second round. And actually looking at this, you can tell because I put them in ranking on the bracket site, and then it, you know, splits them up to make them hopefully be as interesting as possible. But that means that wait a minute, there's no way that, hang on, there's no way that Konosuba was number 1. Was the Konosuba one number 1? Okay, I wasn't as specific as I maybe could have been. Yeah, I'm confident 302 is in the losers bracket. But I just wanted to point out that they're 16 and 17. So they're like literally the ones at the middle of the pack. Yeah. So, but let's go through 388. So we've done that. Now we go over here. Boom, boom, boom. Back to this. Haha. I love that I can swap like that. Okay. Also, I appreciate that even here on page 41, when the girl's like, oh, these lewd sounds, the lewd is bolded and italicized, where it's like, maybe it's just meant to be dirty talk between the two lovers, but I hate when the word lewd is used in hentai, like in any kind of serious way. So it feels more sarcastic here, which I appreciate. Also, another thing that I will say, maybe all you needed is sarcastic fonting. I mean, hey, a little goes a long way. But one of the other things I want to point out, having exaggerated drawings of the pleasure brought about by the, you know, fun that they're having. I believe this way more because of how they've done the slow burn build up to it, because of the story that these two are an established couple that, you know, have had a very active sex life and are looking to spice things up. It's a lot of things that I find fun here, that are a way to basically, not justify doesn't feel like quite the right word, but make it so that something you would assume to be in a hentai actually has the intended meaning rather than just being a cliche, you know? Yeah, and then if there's, you know, comments on like, oh, wow, that was a big load. It's not just, oh, you have super penis. It's, no, we've been staying apart for a long time. And, well, that'll happen. This might also just be a personal preference thing. Like, I don't know. Well, okay. At its core, all of this is a personal preference, but... And then time for the fingers. I don't think so, Ockback. Like, the only... Okay, not to get into, you know, personal details and stuff, because that was a sarcastic question. But, not that I can remember, but if I ever did, I imagine it would have been in a situation where, you know, my partner had a similar sense of humor regarding that kind of stuff, and so it was done as a joke, right? Yeah, maybe. Like, well, it's also one of those things, Psych, where I feel like it's very hard for pillow talk to not be awkward, right? Like, to not feel awkward or cringe or whatever, right? Especially if it's not actually your pillow talk. If you're not actually in the moment with your partner, right? Because that's what makes it so that then all of the cringe things that you say in pillow talk suddenly feel right, you know? Whereas if you're reading something, you can't truly have that context. And if it's written, you don't get the lines for it, like, or the delivery of the lines. And let's be real, for most people that make hentai, their skills are not in the writing department, they're in the art department, which is not to downplay the art department stuff, but, you know, I could see, let's say it's something that I myself personally would want to experiment with and figure out how to set up the context so that the silliness along with the hotness of pillow talk could properly be communicated just with the words that are being used, and you don't need to have, you know, line delivery, specific art that connotates the silliness, you know, the fact that the characters are kind of laughing at themselves while they're, you know, whispering dirty talk to the other person. I feel like it's just a part of humanity that will always be awkward. Yes, 100%. And that is a commonly misunderstood thing, I feel like, that sex is awkward and weird and messy and all of that stuff. It's not, you know, it's not the way it's commonly portrayed. And that is not at all a bad thing. That's part of the fun. Also, now that I think about it, you don't actually get fingering a lot in hentai. Because, like, that's another similar thing to, like, you know, eating the girl out, where it doesn't inherently biologically give the guy pleasure. So, like, it's oftentimes not done. But, like, yeah, that as a personal thing, that's also something that I like it when it happens, because there is something. Yes, it is fun to totally be like going at it and just pounding away, but there's also something so wonderful about where you understand your partner enough that you can, with very little actual physical movement, give them a fantastic time. Yes, I think that's also a great point, Ockback. Yes. Artists want to portray things that are beautiful and fantastical and all that stuff. So, yeah, if you're portraying sex, do the ahegao face to communicate how it feels. Don't necessarily make it inherently one-to-one realistic to how it actually is, because it's about trying to use maybe non-literal imagery or context and stuff to evoke the feeling of sex rather than to actually literally display sex. Because otherwise then you'd only be into it if like, or you'd be, the people that would be most into stuff like that would probably be the people that are interested in actually watching other people have sex rather than like just people that have sex in general. Also, I gotta say, I really appreciate that little bit of teasing, like between partners, you know, when they're like, especially if it's like one person is actively doing the pleasing of the other person in that moment. It's not like a mutual thing. And that bit that we had on page 44, that was nice. I liked it. Yep, and then there's that like, yeah, that feeling of like, okay, this is imbalanced. You know, you've been giving me a great time, but also like, you know, like when you are being pleased by your partner, that's something where you are in the vulnerable state, right? So it's like, okay, time for you to be in the vulnerable state, you know, and now buckle up. Like there's a lot of just little things about how these characters are interacting with each other that sells to me that they are in an established relationship. Also, what is it like in this piece? This is, you know, you got a blowjob scene. There's plenty of blowjobs in hentai, right? And I would even say plenty that are more satisfying on a visual standpoint, right? And yet, because of the build-up, because of the context for all of this, because of, in some ways, how it's not exaggerated, you know, as much as they usually are, this feels really hot. Like, I don't know, it's there's this balance for me where it's the how well can the art and everything portray the fantasy of it, like you guys are talking about, versus the feel real enough so that I feel immersed, you know? But okay, I've been spending a lot of time on this one. I've done like, what, 6 pages in like 10 minutes? That's a bit much. Or the opposite. Also, I will say, smug face post-oral. Yes. It's like, I got you good. Oh, okay. For a second, I was like, guys talking about how like, yeah, I didn't eat anything on the way over here, so I'm kind of hungry, you know, my stomach's growling and all that stuff. Which, okay, let's be real, I absolutely believe given the context. And if they want to go into then, yeah, she's naked but wears an apron and cooks for him, hey, cool. But you know where I was hoping it would go. It's the, oh no, well, if only there was like a meal you could have right now. Is it bad that I don't know what a symposium is? Look, we got sidetracked by very serious academic debates. That's like 40% of the point here. Exactly. And yeah, Joannis, it is like, I would love to see a face that is hotter than a smug face. Granted, you could get a really good Ahegao face, and in the next batch of contestants, we're going to get the piece that probably has my favorite Ahegao faces I've seen. But, yes. Yes, Cychronia, if only. Symposium was an open forum in ancient Greece. Oh, yeah, okay, no, then, yeah, no, I understand exactly then. What, just talking for hours and stuff with people that you enjoy hanging out with? Probably discussing ass versus titties. Oh, man. Actually, okay, no. All right, serious question now. And I'm gonna put this as another timestamp, just because I could see this being interesting. Okay. All right. Do you prefer to get oral or give oral? Or if you want a third option, do you most prefer both at the same time? Right, 69ing and all that. Because for me, I prefer giving. Like 69 is wonderful, and that would be like the close second. But the thing is, even then, that when I think of 69ing, it's not actually because of the pleasure of getting oral while giving it. It's because of like there's something that seems inherently beautiful to me about the idea of two partners doing that, you know? Like just both at the same time. It's like, hey, there you go, right? But as far as what I personally prefer, giving 100%. 100%. No blowjob nut is more satisfying to me than feeling my partner climax when my face is right up in there. Like, that's, especially if you get that leg lock. It really is Ockback. It really is. And when you're 69ing, the fact that you're like, you know, getting pleasured at the same time, it can be distracting. It's like you can't give your best game because you're also getting it at the same time. Okay. '69 is competition. Yes, exactly. Right. Yep. Yeah, it's like you want to make it so that your partner can't actually give you oral, like actively, because the oral that you're giving them is so good, you know? Like if you can make them, if you can force them to stop doing anything, you've won. Like you've won. And then of course, yeah, if you can actually make them orgasm first, then, you know, that's the other more obvious way that you win. Also, gotta say, I really like that they're showcasing them taking breaks and like the sweat and the, you know, all of that stuff. Like it again, it adds that element of realism to something that is like, this piece is inherently very not romantic. Well, no, it is romantic, but it is very beautiful from a narrative standpoint and an artistic standpoint. So getting that, like this is straight up something where like reading this makes me want to try something like this with my partner, right? You know? Also, 69 is the perfect room temperature for the mood. That'd be too much for me. That'd be too much for me. See, the thing is, you don't need to set the thermostat to anything. You can get that temperature up if you set your mind to it. Okay. Yeah, and the clock there on page 49 to show the passage of time. Award, I want to try that. That's a great award. Yes, yes. Okay, so let's see. Put this in. Where do we put this in? Oops. So let's put a separate text thing in here with the digits and the awards that they get. I mean, knockback. If things stink, that means you know you did your job. That's how you know you were thorough. You gotta stink the place up. No, I want to create a new text layer. Here we go. Nope. God damn it. Okay, here we go. Okay. 388445. Whoa, no, that is not the font I want or the color. God damn. No. No. Not Britannic bold. Where was the... Went to all the trouble of finding a Canon penmanship, like handwriting font. Is it Winsong? No. No, it wasn't. Frick. I can find out from the other text layers. Oh, it is Winsong. Oh, okay. Just probably made it a lot bigger. Sorry about this delay here. Okay. I want to try that. And then what was the other one? Slow burn. What was the award that we come up with for that? Oh, let it slow cook. That's right. Okay, maybe we need to actually zoom out of this now. And maybe this one needs to be made a smaller font so it can actually be read. Okay. And then let's move it over to the center there. Cool. Cool. All right. Now that that's done, let's get back to it. Page 50. Okay. Right, then the fun lingerie comes out. Although I will say, I never really understood the idea of like lingerie that was just like little frilly straps that just like went around the body parts. It's like, what's the point? I don't know. Oh, he had this prepped for her. Nice. Okay, that's cool. Again, something that is nice to see because it shows that they're like a couple and everything. It's not just the girl being like, ooh, I know all this stuff, you know, but it's like the guy actually taking an active participation and like, hey, hun, this is something that I think would be really hot. Maid uniforms do nothing for me for the same reason. Yeah, I don't get maid uniforms. I don't get it. Like they can look cute, you know, in like very specific circumstances, you know. It's like if an anime does like a show off of like, oh, this is a character in a maid uniform, I can be like, oh, that's cute. Yeah, that's great. But like, I'm never like, oh, you know, like, yeah. Although I've never really been a fan of the like the master servant fantasy. Although that's weird because I'm not a fan of maids, and yet the idea of like IRL maids, like, you know, the person that you hire to like come over to your house and like help out with stuff, that does feel fun for me. But like not where it's like the actual like master servant relationship. I guess it's that because I'm into boss employee / coworker setups. But yeah, it's nice seeing a thing where like maybe it's that she's into this and she likes that lingerie, but realistically it's probably that regardless of whether she likes it or not, she knows her partner likes it, and so it's them like going along with each other's kinks and stuff, which is great. Now the next step of course would be to have the guy do the same thing, which we might get. I would not be surprised in this piece, but yeah. Wait, is that an arm or a leg? Is he sitting up or lying down? Second panel on page 51, in the upper left-hand corner of it, there's some kind of body appendage that's there. It looks like he's grabbing her thigh or something, but I have no idea what it's supposed to be, especially given the next panel. But oh yeah, eye contact. Eye contact is also hot. Right, I'm into 2 mature adult settings and then also teacher-student with a gender preference. And that definitely isn't because there was a badass teacher when I was in Running Start. So like I was high school aged, but like I was in college, and she was awesome. And she was into Airbender, but she was also just a badass. And she was cute. Yeah. This is apparently a doujin of an existing work. Yeah, it was, yeah, and I don't like, was it Love Live or something? But I'm curious about that because these characters are clearly adults. Like, so maybe they're like the adult characters in an idol show. It's Love Live? Yeah, okay. No, I mean, there were points where I could do that, but no, it was, there's a program in some parts of the US and in the state where I grew up where, you could basically just take college courses in your last 2 years of high school. So that way you could like have it, you could like graduate high school and get your AA at the same time, or not necessarily AA, but your 2-year degree at the same time. And if you were doing that, then the tuition would be free. You wouldn't necessarily be able to go to like the best school, you know, but it was a way to make it so that college would be a bit more affordable because, you know, college in the US is ridiculously expensive. I don't know if you are in the US or not, Joannis, but astronomically expensive. It's silly. It's stupid. It's a scam, all of that stuff. So this was a way that they would cut it in half by making it so that way you get your 2-year degree for free. All you have to pay for is like books, and then you can transfer to a 4-year college, and then you only have to pay like 2 years at, you know, the $20,000 a year, or $30,000 or $40,000 a year, or whatever ridiculous bullshit it is. Yeah. guess that does explain my childhood friend and tomboy weak spot. Sure. Sure. I am a sucker for tomboys. I am also a sucker for tomboys. It's like, it's, yeah, it's pretty great. College deals so bad, even fake tricksters go, well, that's a bit much, isn't it? Yeah, yeah. Like, there's the rules of, like, don't make a bargain with a fae, but even more importantly than that, don't make a bargain with an American college. Yeah, in Finland, we get paid to go to university. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah, the US is so fucking backwards. Oh my god. If not for the fact that the taxes are somehow way more in other countries, even though the US spends so fucking much on its military. And, you know, there's family and stuff, and, you know, for me specifically, it's complicated because I'd have to get the missus to go too, but I would definitely, like, go somewhere else. Also, having the characters commenting on how, like, you know, the changes in their partners in the bedroom as a result of the new stuff that they're doing, that's cool. That's cool. My childhood crush was picked on by a boy when she was like 7. She grabbed his arm and flipped him. It was a whole thing with her school. Oh my god, that is awesome. Good for her. Good for her. That's great. Ooh, she's ordering him around. Oh. Okay, another thing I will say. When the girl's on top, but she's like, she's not squatting, she's like on all fours like that. That's hot. Like, as far as like still image visuals, that is an effective way to showcase that there is force and intent and yeah, there's a lot of movement happening here. Hey, Mohammed. Welcome. Can't keep this going. Because, like, they can't actually be together, so something like that. Oh god, I hope this isn't a teacher-student thing. Wait. Oh god, I forget. Did she start in a school uniform? I don't remember. Oh fuck. Oh, no. Okay, they're saying we can't keep... at least, no. I think what they're saying is that it's actually just that they can't keep doing week-long breaks in between being intimate, because, you know, that once in a while kind of a thing, but not all the time. Yes, Psychronia, exactly. Yes. Okay, page 54. I think it's because they've been going at it for hours. Hey. If you haven't been with your partner all week, and you don't have like a pressing schedule at the moment, oh yeah. Not to go into personal stories, but there was a girl that I would regularly see, you know, a few years back, and yeah, because we lived kind of far away, we wouldn't be able to see each other that often. But when we did, we made a day of it. And it was wonderful. Oh, also, why don't we get more hentai that talk about the emotional feeling of the connection with your partner when you are physically, through insertion, connected with them, right? Like, that is a very special feeling that you don't necessarily want to end even when the sex is over, you know? Like, there's so many things here in this piece that sell me on them being an actual couple. Like, it's really nice. And given what we were talking about of like, you know, this isn't a teacher-student relationship, is it? I kind of wouldn't believe it, even if they told me that it was, because of how the couple dynamic is being portrayed. Like, they've been together for a while, and like, clearly are have a mature understanding of the give and take and, you know, all of that stuff. Oh, isn't that wonderful? One of the partners saying, I can't stop. And then the other partner saying, well, don't stop. Why does that have to be a rare thing? I mean, I feel like I've talked about that a fair bit over the course of this tournament, because let's be real, these submissions are pretty great, but like, yeah. Also, him saying you're really clamping down on me is so much more believable than, oh my god, her, you know, such and such pussy is, you know, devouring my cock hole. You know, it's like no one would ever say that. But like, this is like a comment that's not just his internal thoughts, but he's specifically saying it to his partner. Yes, I absolutely believe that. Yeah, like this is an easy win over the other one. The other one was really good. Like, you know, not to do it a disservice, right? To discredit it, but this one is real good. I think we get that once in a while in good vanilla, almost about as often, if not more, than the going down on her tag. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ooh, also, I will say, I don't have a foot fetish, but, when the orgasm goes all the way down to your toes, you know it's a good one. So like, not because the feet are important with regards to the sexiness of it, like, you know, because they're feet or whatever, but as a way to showcase that like they're really having a lot of fun with this. That is a wonderful little detail to do it. That is true. The butt is doing quite a bit of work. Yeah. Yep, and it just continues. Like, it's not even implying that they're like especially like going at it hard. That they're just going at it for a while, because why would you want to stop, right? If you don't have anything on the agenda and you're physically able to keep going, even if it's at a slower pace, why would you want to stop being intimate with your partner? Wait, what? What, Psychronia? Wait, are you saying that's this one, or in like a different one that you shared? Oh, also, can I do it inside? Of course, Art. Thank you. Like that. Communication, appreciation. Like, it's... Why is the basic shit... Like, why does it stand out so much? It shouldn't stand out so much. That should be the baseline. Like, come on. We could be having this all the time, hentai. All the time, anime community. Like, why don't we? Why do we settle for less? If any of you are watching this somehow, and you do actually make hentai, please, for me, give us more shit like this. Hey, welcome, Someone actually getting recommended the hentai streams by YouTube? What the fuck? Welcome, welcome. Great to have you here. I cannot pronounce your name, but welcome. Yeah, flipping a table. This should be included by default. Make sure to get on the Discord, SXK, because yeah, it's a pretty sweet place, and we talk about all kinds of awesome, cool, cultured stuff. You know, because like we're doing a fucking hentai tournament arc, for God's sakes. Like, you know, we do all kinds of crazy shit. Yes, this is history, guys. Yeah, yeah. I literally, I just kind of figured that like that was never gonna happen, because like, yeah. Thank you, Ockback, for posting the link to the Discord. Should also be in the description of the stream. But yeah, I literally did not think YouTube was ever going to actually recommend it to people like that hadn't already seen it. You know, like to new people. Guess the weird font works after all. I guess like I've done it before, but yeah, I guess I need to do it like fastidiously. Okay, 57. Yes, get that leg lock, get that leg lock, get the clutching of the pillow. Fuck yeah. It's on the sidebar. I was like, what? Okay, let's click on that. Yeah. A few months or years from now, a new Obe viewer is gonna go, oh, what tournament? Exactly. We are making history, boys. Okay, I'll also say, while I don't like the no stop being used in hentai in general, like almost ever, this is actually one of the few times when I buy it being used in the obviously I don't mean that, but I'm saying it as part of the dirty talk in the relationship. Because one, we have very well established that these people are in a long-term relationship. They've been literally fucking all day, right? Right before she says no stop while moaning and all that stuff, she says, come on, inside, like she's egging him on, right? And then she says that, followed by, you know, the I'm coming and all that, right? Like that is probably one of the few instances that I can think of where that's done and not like where it's specifically like almost being commented on, like in the Spy Family one, where it's like, oh, what, you know, is everything okay? You know, what, do you want me to stop? Do you want me to keep going? You know? So yeah, I like that. Like this piece has built up an immense amount of goodwill with me. Oh wow, that panel on the right, almost a full pager, and damn, it's gorgeous. I also like how it's kind of an ahegao face, but not really. Most of the focus isn't on the face. Like that feels like a realistic ahegao face, right? The blush, the open mouth, the eyes kind of rolling back and semi-closed. But the rest of the focus is all on the body. And, you know, she's got a great body. Yep, and she almost just goes to sleep right after. But not quite. Oh, also, it's an explicitly playful line, explicit to both the couple and the readers. Exactly, Psychronia. Yeah. Yep. But one of the other things that I wish more, whether you're talking hentai or like smutty books, like steamy books or books with steamy scenes, focused on more, is so not just the actual sex, like the back and forth and all that stuff, but the passively staying inserted with your partner, because that's a wonderful feeling and it's fantastic. But then also the moment when you separate, because like it both feels good because there's motion, usually after there hasn't been motion, right? But two, it's a very emotional thing because you're actually moving away from your partner, right? You were joined literally, and now you're stopping that. Recently got scarred. A Dojin wasn't tagged correctly. Oh no, Muhammad. Oh no. Oh, that's awful. Oh fuck. Oh, that's the worst. Like we had one sub that was kind of that, you know, like it wasn't framed as it in the work, but it should have had the R word tag, you know? But oh man, I hope you don't need to go into it in detail, of course, but I am hoping for your sake that the improper tagging was something of that milder kind of nature and not something where it's like egregious and obvious and oh god, why wasn't this tagged? But I do kind of get the sense that it might have been the latter, and I am sorry. That is ugh. Oof. Cool. And then waking up the next morning. Yeah. Just past 11 p.m. Nah, you didn't overdo it. That meant you were having fun. A lot of fun. Like, if you ever had a day-long, like, fuckfest with your partner, and then you slept until 11 p.m. the next day, probably because you, like, stayed up all night, you know, like, pulled an all-nighter or something, sleeping until 11 p.m. is a win. That is a fucking win. Like, you did good. Oh, I imagine you got a lot closer. Yeah. Right. Only once in a while. Yeah. Never again. Oh shit. And then, yeah. And then once in a while, pretty please. That's also so sweet because on the one hand, she was being serious when she's like, never again. It's like, oh God, that was a lot. But then she very quickly is like, fine, we can do it again after a bit. And it's that other, it's like that face there, middle panel at the bottom of page 61. It's like both a smug face, but then also like a, aw, I love you, babe. You know, like I knew you were going to say that. And I really appreciate the fact that, you know, I was able to play kind of hard to get with this. And then, you know, and then you begged and I was able to be like, all right, fine. You know, I suppose. Like, that's just really cute. Yes. And then the, oh man, that was a long sesh. I'm hungry. Like, I'm starving. Yes, let's go get some food. Beautiful. All right, so page 61 was the end, and then the others are just wrap-ups. Oh. Bottom half shot on page 64. It's nice. Fairly minimalist, but beautiful. Oh. Wait. I remember a manga about one of Santa's elves getting a boyfriend she can only see once a year. If we can walk by Boxing Day, we didn't go hard enough. That's hilarious, but also like, what kind of day of madness would that be? Unless the day's like, you know, right before Christmas or something. All right, yeah, that's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. 388445 smashed its way through that first battle. No contest whatsoever. Like, we had to go and like read it and stuff, but like, goddamn, I am, yes, absolutely. Oh no, I can imagine, Psych, but at the same time, I can't imagine. Like, even if you went for a full 24 hours, like, you know, it would have to be something where it's like, at most within like a week, right? Like, 388445 is definitely in my top 5. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It might even give the Konosuba one a run for its money. I don't know. Okay, so now that we're here, now we need to, okay, just, yes, okay. Because it's a window capture, I need to, the actual orientation that I have in After Effects, I need to make sure to compare it to OBS. But, all right. Okay, so, so text tool. Oh, that's just a bit too big. Let's take that down to like 20. Oh, hey, that might be perfect. No wind song, but I don't think we actually figured out what was a good replacement font for it. Let's see, M sans serif. 388445. You know, that's actually pretty good. That is actually pretty good. Boom. And then, let's see. Transform. Is there some way to... Is there a way to just put like a shading on it? And I guess we can just do this for now. If it doesn't match up exactly, that's not a big deal. And maybe put it up to 24. Yeah, that works. Ah, award name for 302. Now you're kinking with portals. There we go. There we go. Because the specifics of that one as far as the premise was a lot of fun. Actually, hang on. Wait a minute. We can do a little bit better as far as the color. Is that right? I feel like that might not have been the right one. The right spot. Oh, wait. We can actually just look at it and see. There we go. Let's see about that. Nope. Ah, god damn it. Okay. No, let's just make it white. Okay. So now that we did that, then we go over to here, and copy this, paste it, move it over here. Boom, boom, pow. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, this next one. So that's that match. Match number 2. 393878 versus 308029. Oh yeah, no, I need to write down the award before I do that. Before I forget. Okay. Where was that? That was sub number 302218. 302218. Now you're kinking with portals. Beautiful. All right. Now let's go back over here. Okay. Yeah, good idea, Psych. Okay. Speaking of Ahegao, I gotta get an Ahegao hoodie for sure. Do it, Pickle Fort. Do it. I gave an Ahegao hoodie to one of my brothers. Not my older brother, but one of my younger brothers. And he loved it. It was great. It was great. Okay. So, yeah, this piece is one that I've actually, specifically 393-878. This is a bit of a complicated one because this is one where, if you haven't read it, it basically involves cheating and, stealing by the mom of the childhood friend crush who cheated on you, or cheated on their boyfriend with you, or with the protag. And then the mom is like, I'm gonna steal them from my daughter. It's crazy. Oh no, yeah. Most of the, after that first set of matchups, most of the matchups for the first round are going to be like, I'm going to kind of burn through them because it's no contest. It's no contest, right? Because those were the two middle ones that were closest in the seeding, basically, in the ranking and stuff. These other ones are the ones that were like I believe the number 8 for this one is literally the highest rank it could be without being auto advanced to the next one. But yeah, so 393, the mom essentially steals away the protag from her daughter who cheated on her boyfriend with the protag, because childhood friend, she finds out that the protag used to really like her, and even though she's dating somebody, it's a casual thing, and then she's like, sure, I'll bang you too. It's all kinds of spicy, because the protag was like a virgin, and then childhood friend is like, all right, let's bang. And they're kind of like, they're like, yes, but also they're a little on the fence about it. And the daughter goes full on like, is not a, does not take it slow, even though it's the protag's first time, right? And then issues the challenge of, if you can be better at sex than my boyfriend, then I'll leave my boyfriend for you. Oh boy, what a premise. So then naturally, the mother is like, well, the way that I will steal this person who also was the childhood friend of her daughter. So I don't need to tell you why it's all sorts of messed up, in addition to the reasons I've already stated, right? She's like, I'll steal him away by helping him practice. Now, the thing is, I'm all for MILFs. I'm all for MILFs. I'm all for the, okay, but is it actually NTR if the, isn't the whole point of NTR specifically, rather than just the cheating tag, is that the person who is being cheated on needs to either find out about it, or it needs to be like in front of them, basically. Like, you know, they were like sleeping or something and they don't wake up, things like that, you know? I have mixed feelings for this one. I do too. The first time I found this, actually, I found it on my own time. On my own time. Because it's, if you search the ℌℌ𝔫𝔱ằ tag and then sort by popular over all time, this one's like way up there. It's like right there at the top. Like, or near the top. And for good reason. The ℌℌ𝔫𝔱‑ faces in this piece are fantastic. They're fantastic. They're varied. They feel earned because of the stuff that's happening in the story and everything. It's super hot and let's be real, wonderful. NTR is about stealing away the affection of a lover. Is it? I thought it was that the person who's being cheated on ends up being kind of turned on by the cheating. Or is that more cucking? Would that be what cucking would be? I don't know. But yeah, so the piece has beautiful art. Absolutely beautiful art. The biggest drawback, I would say, is that it has a lot of hentai dialogue. The hentai dialogue is something that I don't mind as much because because the situation is so ridiculous, right? I'm not supposed to take it seriously. The reader is not supposed to take this seriously. It's wild. It's crazy. You know, yeah. No, the victim doesn't have to like it at all. Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. That that makes NTR seem a bit less bad. Also, kind of make a note to the editor. This is also something that I think is worth being left in. Okay. There are categories to NTR, so yeah, okay, there we go. Yeah. Technically, NTR is about the crushing emotions you experience when your significant other is being stolen. Right. And this one technically didn't go into NTR then, even though it got close, because for a second at the end, I thought they were going to end it with the daughter then seeing her mom banging the main character, but they didn't actually do that. So technically not NTR, but the art's wonderful. They have, it is also a longer, it is a pretty long piece. It's like 70 or 80 pages. And the sex is kept fresh throughout. Because the first time it's the daughter and she's all wild and everything, right? You know, like sex fiend kind of deal. And then with the mother, they do something like, the mother isn't exactly, the mother isn't believable. It's not even realistic because of course you're talking porn, right? But she isn't even believable because it's so extreme. But the mother does have a progression in that she's an older lady. So if you have someone who's starting to become basically a sex fiend over the course of the story, it actually kind of makes sense here because she's basically been on like a big dry spell for a long time. And then, you know, this starts happening. And so then she starts to get more into it as it goes on, even though she is also the experienced one. So that combined with the fact that she is actively teaching the main character makes for a fun way to keep it just a bunch of sex in a long porno and yet keep it fresh. And also I appreciate the fact that it is actually about like, they actually do go into some of the things of like teaching, you know, like going into the details of like, if you're new at sex and the things that you don't know to try or the ways that you do things. And then like, you know, the main character getting better and it actually like being semi-believable, even though they do lean into the, you know, magic protag penis and all that. And of course it's, you know, ahegao faces and stuff, so it is over dramatized for the sake of evoking the feelings and such. Sure, yeah, stop talking. Yeah, that is that is a good award, I think, and I will add that onto this one right now, along with the, let's be real, best ahegao. 393-878. 878. Stop talking. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yep. Yes, because that was one of the other things about the Portal one that that helped it a lot in the beginning. Because it's something that's involving a portal, the other partner isn't actually there. So even though it was a, like, you know, it's a rapey situation, there's no other person, so it was easier to forget about that. But you also didn't have to worry about cringy hentai dialogue like most of the time at all, because there's only one person, right? It would be just whatever the main character's personal thoughts and experiences were with it, and then that'd be it. That'd be it. Okay. But back to actually talking about the piece. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Here we go. Okay. Yep, it was downhill as soon as the other guy showed up and started saying literally anything. Yep. Mm-hmm. also want to throw in toxic love because nothing about the relationship dynamic is healthy. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, that's also a good way to just kind of warn people who you know, might be going to check things out of like, this is, yeah, and the toxic love is on all sides. Well, not necessarily the main character, other than the fact that he's agreeing to practice with the mom of his crush, who also would have known him when he was a small child, which is, you know, but from both the daughter and the mom, it's toxic both ways, all kinds. Yep, nice red flag for all of it. But the sex is fantastic. The art is wonderful. In particular, so with regards to the quality of the ahigaos, because the story is about the protag getting better at sex, one, that is a way to balance out the magic dick protag kind of elements, because that's still there. But if it's you have been going through an anime training arc, basically, to, you know, get better at this stuff, then that makes it a bit more immersive. But specifically at the end of the story, there's oh, welcome, bad weather, better late than never. Because, how do we say this? Because of the way the story progresses, the protag only has sex with his crush at the beginning and at the very end, right? And in the beginning, it's something where the crush is very much the dominant one, and she's taken advantage of the protag, right? It's like she knows that he likes her, but she's very much like using him, and it is not a two-way street, right? Even though they're both very much enjoying it. At the end, after the protag has been practicing with her mom a ton, the roles are reversed. But it's also something where the protag has already acknowledged to himself that he would rather be with the mom. So not only is it something where it's he has leveled up his sex powers and now he's really good at sex kind of a thing. But you can tell that he is basically, he is literally just fucking her and being quick, thorough, but quick about it, so that then he can go back to the mom, basically. And that is portrayed with the ahegao faces of the daughter in that scene very well. Like, I don't think I've ever had sold to me the idea of why an ahegao would be in a story better than in this story, where it's just the sex feels so good you don't even know what's happening, right? Like you're not literally, you're figuratively having your brains fucked out, right? Like it's just, you're just like, oh my god, right? And the art demonstrates that quite nicely. And then as a wonderful little cherry on top, no pun intended, the guy then asks the girl, so am I better, right? As she's like, you know, delirious on the bed, right? With like, you know, tear streams down her eyes and like, you know, just seeing stars basically. And then she's like, oh, what? Oh, no. Like she full on tsunderes. It's like, no, boyfriend's still better. But, you know, I suppose I could, you know, and it's like, I suppose I would be okay with being with you. And literally before she can finish what she's saying, the dude is just interrupts her and is like, okay, cool, thanks. See you later. You know, like, okay, thanks, bye, right? And just leaves. And she's just like, wait, what? And then he goes back to the mom. He's like, yeah, I got shot down. Yeah, it sucks, but whatever. I guess we'll just have to keep practicing. And it is a delightful end to an absolutely batshit insane hentai. Yeah. Yeah, it's that good tsundere backfire, right? It's that bit of like, essentially like, and one of the reasons why I like it is because then it's not just showing that like, protagonist is good at sex and that's where the progress was. But it's like, nah, protagonist has learned, weirdly, as weird as it feels to say, in this cheating, stealing, being stolen by the mom of your childhood friend who was your crush, hentai. The protagonist feels like they've learned self-love, basically, where it's like, no, I know my worth. I'm not going to put up with someone who basically does this kind of shit, right? I found someone who is honest about the fact that they are into me and I'm into them, so there we go, you know? And yeah. First time I found this hentai, because of the title, because of the hentai dialogue, and because it was like all kinds of out there with what's going on. Like when I read the bit about the mom being like, I'm gonna steal him from my daughter, I was like, what the fuck? And I just stopped and went to another one, and I was like, damn shame, it had really good art, you know? And then because of the tournament, I went back and actually read it and read a good amount. And it got me hooked, and I've gone back to it multiple times since then. And you don't even need to read the whole thing. You can just go back to favorite scenes. You know, for me, it's the second sex scene with the crush. It's great. Exactly, psych. Right. By the end, you might be banging the mom of your childhood friend / old crush who watched you grow up, but she's single. You're not cheating on anybody with anybody, and there's someone who's honest with you. You know, there's progress. It's a happy ending. Yep. Exactly. The mom and the childhood friend are together, and the other two are together. No hard feelings. Yep. Now it's a shame that this one was matched up against this one. This one was a perfectly fine hentai, nothing particularly special. It was the only guy hentai in all of these submissions. You know, it was fun. It had good bits of comedy. You know, like it. Yes, Cychronia. I guess that is a silver lining. Yeah, there you go. There you go. But yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's nothing particularly special. There is a fisting bit that is prodigious, shall we say. But, you know, it doesn't hold a candle to 393. It just doesn't. So, let's do that. Oh, whoops. Hang on. There we go. Move this here. 393 878. Good stuff. Now go here, copy paste. And I guess we can move this underneath there just to make it easier for future readers. Okay. Now time for this next one. Why not copy paste from the left so you don't need to retype the number? Wait. No, the reason I didn't copy paste from the left is because this is technically something that I actually typed out in After Effects. These numbers are digits that are part of an image from a bracket generator that I used online. There is a reason to it. There is a reason to it. Yeah. Also, welcome, Super Bass. Okay, so next one. This is no contest. I'll go through the Helltaker one first because that's a nice and straightforward one. I believe that one is 399413. Yes, that one is 399413. It's a Helltaker Dojin. I haven't played Helltaker. I've seen bits of people playing it. The art is fun and cute. Hentaker. There you go. And welcome, Keenus. Like it's good. It's got fun art. The banter between the characters is really good. I don't remember if there's hentai dialogue in there exactly, like when they're actually going at it, but before, when it's like the build-up, like this dojin is a great example of the benefits that you can have when you are working off of established characters. Even though I don't know the original material, not really, the characterization is solid and it shows, and you don't need the original material. And I love that. I love that. And the you know, like, even if you don't know the other characters, because it's like they have to, you know, they have to go at it when like everybody else is gone. Like there's little bits of comedy that they intersperse throughout it to make it just a real fun experience. Even if it's nothing that like blew me away, you know? And then, but then there's 330-806. This one, holy shit. So we've been having some spice in these first 3 rounds, right? From portals to childhood friend being stolen by your mother for practice to this one. It might not seem like much. It might seem totally normal from the thumbnail that's there. But oh boy. Oh, established chemistry award. There you go. That's a good one, Psych, for $3.99. $3.99-413. Yes, good. You are on fire with these award names. $3.99-413. Established chemistry. Yeah. I like it. Oh yeah, we should. I guess not all of them need awards. Having the borrow one, like, it doesn't actually need an award for any of the stuff that's in there. 330-806. But oh boy. If you did not watch specifically the prelims bit where we covered this shit got into a highlight, and it almost dominated the whole highlight because it was that spicy. Yeah. Like, it was throwing out Toxic Love for 332. Yes. Yeah, okay, so yeah. Toxic Love. Real-time train wreck. I feel like that wouldn't do it justice. It is a train wreck, but I feel like that can be summed up with Toxic Love. This one should have been a full anime. Not because it was good, but because the content that was covered, holy fuck, could have filled a full anime season. Certainly a one-core. No, right. No, I get that. The real time is to show that it moves as fast, but I'm not positive that would be able to be properly communicated just if someone read real time train wreck. Like, this one blew me away. I was on the edge of my seat the entire fucking time. I had nothing but questions from page 1 to the final page. It was a feat of engineering. Like, yeah, you could squeeze it in an episode or 2 into a single page if you tried. Yes. They literally have a point where they just mention off screen, oh, by the way, this teacher and this student totally kissed when the student was in high school, at school, and were caught. And it's just, yeah, that's a thing that they just throw out there. And they don't even do that right away. Like, you know that they kissed, and then it takes a while for them to actually explain what happened, right? Like, for a while, you think that they were actually in an ongoing relationship for 2 years. Like, also, okay. I guess it could fall under toxic love, but goddamn. Different kind of let him cook. Yeah, this is definitely... okay, yeah, this is definitely a let him cook. Yeah, not a let it slow cook. Not a let it slow cook. Got its hooks in ya? I feel like that's too general, though. Like... can't stop, won't stop. How about that? But this has probably the most extreme example of hentai dialogue that I have seen in the submissions from this tournament. Well, okay, no, actually that's not true. From any of the ones that passed, there was one where there was the character literally made a joke about, well, I'm not even going to talk about it. Anyways, in this one, you have a point where the one guy, the guy who was the student, right? Who has apparently had a crush, has been in love with his teacher ever since because she was like his first kiss or whatever. Literally forces himself on her. And then in the like very next panel, he says, "I will always protect you." Like, just let that sink in. This was the one that I mentioned, that I was talking about earlier, by the way, where it should have had the R tag, right? But it didn't. This thing is like 19 pages. And yet it had like 6 twists along the way. Or wait, maybe Can't Look Away. Maybe that would be better. Yeah. Oh, ooh. Yeah, what's this? Hostage. If it was anime, it'd be a hostage watch, right? Hostage read. Where it's like, you are held prisoner by this thing. It's like, I have to see what's happening next. Not because I cared about the characters, but I'm like, this is so fucked and out there and like, and it's going so fast. What? But yeah, so that's 330-806. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend checking it out just for the ride alone. Yeah. 19 pages. It goes from a student and a teacher with a history meeting after, like, you know, like meeting up after they haven't seen each other in a long time, right? To them having kids. And there's twists in the middle. There's twists, there's backstory, there's all of this stuff in 19 fucking pages. So, yeah. Wait, no, that's not how we do it. Wait, no, stop. Yeah. Do that, then that. Move that there. And then, boom, boom. 330-806. And boom. 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 Kind of want to move it over here. Just so it's a bit more even. I can move this one over to match. Must be symmetrical. But yeah, so that easy victory. I am very excited to talk about which one will win here, because holy shit, that's going to be a showdown. Okay, next one. This one is a bit close, but still no contest in my mind. On the one hand, we have mistaken confession to the Gyaru or tomboy girl or whatever. Although wait, which one? I want to say that's, well, that one's 20. It should be 20. Right. Yeah, that one is 20. And then on the other hand, with the top one, you have established relationship. Also Gyaru, but the girl is not comfortable with holding hands. And so the guy basically just really wants to hold hands with his girlfriend, and it's great. Yeah, I think this is a good matchup. It's a solid matchup, but 303 463 is the definitive winner. I don't even need to go back and look at it. They end up doing this thing where the reason that she doesn't want to hold hands is not because she's nervous, but actually because she apparently like almost instantly orgasms when like she's holding hands with her partner, which ends up being like, it's over the top and weirdly specific, you know, but it's also like, okay, that's kind of fun. Like, because then they have this whole thing where like later they're like on the subway and they're not fully holding hands. They're just like, you know, wrapping pinkies around each other. And it's like, oh, that's cute. But then it's like, oh wait, this is actually like, they're like public foreplay. Oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely mid gimmick, but the gimmick is mid, but the gimmick doesn't come in until later on in the piece. And for the earlier bits where it's just, hey, the guy is wanting to hold hands, you know, like we've been in a relationship a while. This is something that means a lot to me. The dialogue between the two characters, I believe it. They feel like they're in an established relationship where they're, you know, negotiating boundaries and kinks and things like that. And I very much appreciated that. The other 120, yes, it's cute, but like the big problem that I have with it is that, wait a minute, was this the one where they did a bunch of retroactive stuff? Maybe not. We're like, because the guy accidentally delivers a love letter to the Gyaru instead, or the Gyaru gets it somehow, thinks it's for her, right? And then responds and is like, okay, yeah, I like you, let's go out. Even though he wasn't intending it for her, he was intending it for like the school princess, you know? But I wanted to say that at some point later on, they make it so that it's like, no, the guy was actually always trying to get the Gyaru, and he was just lying the whole time or something. I don't know. It was weird. There was a lot of the story where I didn't really care for it. I wasn't invested, because they kind of make it something where, like, it almost feels like a pity switch to liking the Gyaru, even though they end up giving the reasons. Eventually, it didn't feel sold to me, and there was a lot of points where I just, like, it took too long to get there, and I wasn't invested until it got to that point, and I was already like halfway through. That didn't happen. Okay, I must have been thinking of a different one. But yeah, this one is easily the winner for me. .303 463. Okay. I'm actually going to have to review these two because He asked to meet her in her room to confess the truth, and she misunderstood. Got weepy after he told her. Until he asked her out proper. That's right. Except... Didn't they... No, so... No, but there was some big miscommunication where it was like... They made the... Didn't they like... Okay, now I'm actually just going to go and check this one because I want to double check. Because there was something that felt very odd about this one where it was like... Maybe like I could be totally getting things mixed up, but I want to say that it was like he was like the reader is made to think that he's doing that to like finally break up with her or like something. Like it there was a reason why she starts freaking out and crying, and it very much seemed to me like, no, this is the protag's fault. He's being a dumbass here and, you know, insensitive and all that stuff. Right. Oh, that's right. Yes, right. So he, after they've been going on dates and stuff, and he's been kind of going along with it, and she starts to open up to him. Right, because he is actually breaking up with her. Or no, he's not breaking up with her. Right. Right. Exactly. Yeah. He waits a long ass time to actually say the stuff of, but I grew to like you. So he leaves it with basically, I never liked you this whole time. It was all a misunderstanding. You know. Yeah. And right. And that's at page 9. Where all the way up until then, it's just like, oh, there's this misunderstanding. He doesn't actually like her, but they're going on dates and like showing that she's cute and everything. But it very much feels like it's the, you should root for her because she's cute. Or I don't know. It felt kind of all over the place. I didn't know what to feel it exactly. No, right, yeah, she didn't think they were breaking up. She thought that they were going to be having their first time together. Right. She thought they were both going to be losing their virginity together. And then from that, then she thinks he's breaking up with her because he doesn't actually communicate the main points. And then they end up still doing it afterwards. And that's all at page like 11 or 12. What? Why does it have over 30 pages? I guess because they... Right. They go into a bit more detail because they're both losing their virginity. But when she's doing the BJ, he head pushes her. Which, okay. At least he apologizes afterwards. I mean, hey. I love the idea of makeup sex. I don't think makeup sex works, though, if that's your first time having sex. Okay, there is a good amount of like partner talk during, which is nice. Oh, right, then it goes into the, wait, hang on, slow down. And it's like, sorry, no. Oh, yeah, I mean, The idea of the misunderstanding is fun. I don't know. It's... And then they hold hands. Okay, you know what? You know what? You know what? Yeah, okay, I'll give this a switch. I'll give this a switch. I'll switch which one's in the lead. Which one wins from this? Because going back through it, you convinced me. I don't think I need to go back through the other one. It's... like, it feels a lot more gimmicky by comparison. W, yeah. Although it's gonna get crushed up against this one. Absolutely demolished. Right, so then this one. I will need to review these because I don't remember them enough. 252063 had a lot of fun comedy. I don't actually know why 252823 is so high. I feel like that might be a mistake on my part. 252823. If I recall, I think you were just in a stricter mood during the preliminary stream. Yes, I definitely was. I absolutely was. Oh, right, the tomboy. No, okay, yeah, no, this one was really good. Right, so it's the... Right, and this is the one where she sets up the whole thing of them going to karaoke and does all the stuff of like having the heat getting turned up and all these things so that they'll specifically bang in there. Yes, yes, yes. And then they don't realize that, like, you do realize there's security cams in these rooms to specifically keep this stuff from happening. Yeah, the art's fun. I like the characters. The artist really seems to have a thing for tan lines, though, I will say. The hair tuck behind the ear for the BJ is really cute with the short hair. Oh yeah, and this one actually has 69ing. Immediate plus. Yeah, no, this is a this was a fun one. The foot licking was a bit unneeded in my mind, but you know. And the hard panel cut to just the employee who's like looking at the security cameras and right. And they call specifically and they think they're asking if they want to like renew the room or like get more like food or something. And the the employee is just like, how do I tell them this? I don't get paid enough. Yeah, and then they notice at the end, and then it's just like super awkward afterwards. They're like, oh God, we, yeah, we did that with the camera in there. Well. Yeah, no, that one's cute. That one's cute. But then the other one is 275063. This is the Oni one. It has some fun stuff, but I'm pretty sure it was fairly forgettable, other than like the comedic bits of like, ah, you're hogging that food all to yourself. Oh, that's your dick. I see. Yeah, I'm gonna go through it a bit just to... Oh, right. This one... Wait, was this the one that had like a shitload of exposition? Okay, no, it didn't have that much. The art style's like cute and minimalist. Yeah. Worthy contender for the other one, but like, no, there's no way I'd win. Yeah, smile for the camera. Yeah, that's a good one. So it's 252-823. 823. Smile for the camera. And yeah, 69er. I feel like the sweaty one doesn't need an award for that. Because I feel like, I mean, it did a good job with the sweaty aspects, but I feel like that would apply to a lot of pieces. Yeah, the sex wasn't actually that great. Like, I think when I read it, I was just really impressed that they actually had the girl saying like positive things as opposed to like the stereotypical no, don't, and all that bullshit. Yeah, it's... Oh, right, and then they went back to, like, the real world or whatever. Yeah, like, it was cute. It was cute, but it's no winner. Not in this contest at the very least. Yeah. But oh boy, this one's probably going to get destroyed by the Spy Family one. Oh no, 252-823. 252-823. Okay. Now this one. I don't remember these ones very well either. I know that one, the bottom one, 374, is the Fudanari, like, evangelist one. Oh, I believe so. I'll confirm real quick. 274-885. Yes. Yes, it very much is. Yep. So this definitely needs an award for that. So what would this be? 74885 885 Tag Evangelist. Yeah, Tag Evangelist. And then did the Oni girl have abs? Probably. I don't know. It certainly didn't feel like it stood out too much, and that might also just be because the art style was pretty minimalist. Frothing evangelist, yeah. Yeah, tag evangelist doesn't quite seem strong enough for the level of dedication to spreading the word of Futanari this piece had. Frothing evangelist, let's do that. Yeah. That might make it too long, but it only is getting the one award realistically. That way people know it's a tag evangelist. Right, the slow burn one was a tag evangelist. This was a frothing tag evangelist. Yeah. Like, the number of times they said Futa or Futanari in character was impressive. It was actually impressive. Okay. So then 371165. What was this one? Right, they're on the bus. And she's trying to get the attention of the guy. Now that I'm looking back at this, there's a fair amount of hentai dialogue in here. Dio JoJo's reference is fun, but yeah. Now, how does this lead to them actually getting together? Right, so then do they just get up to it in the bus? That's right. This was the one where I was just like, wait, how the... No, this one... Was this one of mine? Oh, yeah, no, I think it might have been. If it was, this goes to show why the tournament was needed, because this was the best I could find on my own, because I didn't know good ways to search. I didn't know about just going to the sole female tag, searching by most popular of all time, and then making it my way through the pages. Yeah, no, this is... Yeah, especially when thinking about it in comparison to the other ones we've had. Like, the art is nice. The art's nice, but... Nah. Nah. Easy defeat just from the gumption alone of the Fuda one being so dedicated. Like, unbelievably dedicated. $74885. Okay. All right. Award Jacob was desperate. Sure. Yeah. That works. That was 37. $371,165. 371165. Jacob. Obey was desperate. I don't know who this Jacob person is. God damn it. Obey was desperate. People are going to look at this award and think it's going to be something like much more like extreme or spicy or, you know, cursed. And then they're going to look at it and they're just going to be like, oh, that's all it is? Okay. Yeah, no contest here. 199246. Basic. You know, nothing bad about it necessarily. It's just like, yeah, girl in small town's bored, so she lets, you know, a bunch of the local dudes, like, gangbanger for, like, something silly. Forget what it was. But this one. This one's great. It's hot. It's a bit spicy. Yeah, it's just, it's fun. And it does the whole, like, person that doesn't think they're gonna be into the sex, and then they end up surprisingly being, like, into the sex. And I liked the way that it did it. $435,899 and $388,445 are the same artist. Wait, really? Really? Oh yeah, it was win all my game prizes, right. It's the setting up the impossible 368. Good. Ahagaos are pretty good. Yes, I do remember the Ahagaos being pretty good. This would be more of a technical award, like technically descriptive, but 368084. But it does like a disgust reversal, you know? But disgust reversal sounds like, I don't know. That sounds too straightforward, but like it gets the point across. We can leave that there for now. If y'all come up with a better suggestion, let me know. Oh, and we don't need to look at what the current page is right now. Oh, wait, hang on. Current digits page, make that go away. Take this. Oh, no. That is not what I wanted to do. Move that up to there. Okay. Like it's the whole thing of like the girl's not into the guy, and then, you know, ends up really liking it. I think this one technically I found out about because of, was it Trash Taste? Something like that. I could, although while it easily beats this one, I could see it being something where when I go to actually like review it and compare it against, you know, some of the later entries, maybe I just find I don't actually like it as much because it was definitely one of the earlier ones I checked out. Okay. Yeah, and then this one's another easy one. You beautiful piece of art, you. Of course you win this match. Of course you do. No, yeah. Wait, what? Yeah. Control C, Control V. There we go. Two, 6, 2, 3, 4, 0. Yeah, not too much to say about these ones. They both have good art, but 262 is, its art is like legendary. It's just there's no way Lamia piece can hold a candle to it. I would also say this one is very straightforward. I haven't looked specifically at 432, 356 to get a clear image in my head of, oh yes, Master Strokes Award. Yes. Yes. 262, 340. 262, 340. Master Strokes. Yes. 110%. 110%. But yeah, 432. Easy win here. Sorry, community member who really likes Lamia's. I forget your username, but nope, it is not enough. Like, it was fun. It had some fun art pieces and stuff. Some fun dialogue, but this one wins. But again, I don't have a solid understanding. I'm kind of letting this, the series that this one is a part of kind of bleed in because I don't have as solid of a recollection of what scenes are specifically for this piece. I would pick 275-812 by virtue of having a story. There's not enough of emotional investment for me, as pretty as it was. Nah. We'll have to differ on that one. Like, maybe my mind would be changed when I went back and look at, like, when I go back and look at it. But I have a hard time thinking that would be the case. But yeah, this one has great art. I like the dynamic between the two main characters. It's just, the art is really pretty. And I like the sex scenes. But I don't remember as much of the details of this particular piece. Here, another easy victory. Hey, you know how that Shindwell guy is able to make really good pieces, but they're almost always like really fucked up? Imagine if he made one that was really sweet, but still, you know, he was able to get into his like exotic tags deal because the person is quadruple amputee. Amputee? Is that the proper term? I don't know. But yeah, it's a workplace thing. It's between coworkers. They have like kind of a bit of a rough dynamic, but like it's like I found it believable. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. The one it's up against, oh god, that one would also get toxic love, but that's not really because it's love, it's because it's blackmail. So I feel like that isn't even worth mentioning at that point. It's just if you like the blackmail tag, there you go. No, I know. Shindwell made 177013. After all, do not underestimate that guy. Exactly. Maybe 3321018 could have some kind of award for, like, yeah, Cursed Bloodline. Beautiful against all odds. Cursed Bloodline could also go to the Spy Family one. Yeah, I think, yeah, let's do Cursed Bloodline. Okay. 332-018. Cursed Bloodline. Right, and specifically for Cursed Bloodline, it's not that the creator makes a lot of cursed stuff. It's that they make a lot of cursed stuff, but the piece is not cursed itself. Okay. Lucky to be born. You know, I like that one. Yeah, I like that. I like that a bit better. Because that is a bit more specific with what it evokes. Okay. So that is the first set. So I'm thinking, I'm thinking we call it there for today, because these next set of matchups, while there are less of them, there's not a ton less, and they are going to be way more competitive. Way more competitive. Like, we had a few competitive ones in this set, but, like, almost all of these ones are going to be competitive. Like, I'm looking at them, and I think the one of, like, I think 381585 could be a pretty easy beat of 262. I think 403 is an easy beat of 252, and 298 is an easy beat of 374. Actually, no, there is actually a fair amount of easy ones. Yeah, no, because I would say this is an easy win, this is an easy win, this is an easy win, and then this is an easy win. Like, do due diligence of, you know, reviewing them and stuff, but I'd say all of those are... So half of them is easy ones. But they still require analysis, because making it to the second round in a tournament this competitive is good. That's impressive. That is very impressive. Okay. This one will also be an interesting matchup, because they're so fundamentally different pieces. And God, this one's gonna be spicy. That's gonna be a slugfest. Like, holy shit. Like, these are polar opposites, but these are just different flavors of, you know, similar magnitudes of spice. Yeah. That is gonna be nutty. No pun intended. All right. All right. We have finished this round. The first round of the Hentai Tournament arc. The definitive way to determine what is the greatest prawn out there. Yeah. Yep. All right. I will be seeing you guys tomorrow for 2 more streams. 2 more fucking streams, because we are cracked and insane, and this is crazy. You crazy motherfuckers. 5 a.m. tomorrow morning, another productivity stream. Hopefully this one will be actually at 5 a.m. and not 4 like I decided to do today. What the fuck was I thinking? I am already feeling the fatigue setting in. So after this, I'm going to take a break, go to fencing classes, and then crash hard. Not on the street, but like into bed. The definitive tournament to find your subjective favorites. Exactly. But yeah, so productivity stream tomorrow morning, 5 a.m. PST. And then FF14 at 3 p.m. But remember, because of the 5 a.m. productivity streams, every day this day of the week, every day of the week this week, there will be no FF streams until further notice, as long as the productivity streams are going on Saturday. So only 3 non-productivity streams for now. So tomorrow is the only FF stream this week. If I somehow by some miracle find the time and the energy to squeeze in another FF stream somewhere, I will do my best to do it. But holy shit. Like, I know I woke up at 1 this morning, not 4:45, you know, a more sane time like I'd planned. But oh god. A lot of black tea today. And I've just about burned the last fumes of it. You probably noticed I didn't exactly have the same kind of cracked energy towards the end of the stream as I did at the beginning. Oh my god. But we did it. We have brackets. Our digits are duking it out. And it's gonna get all kinds of messy. We only have... Well, actually, we have a lot more battles. So I'm guessing it'll probably be 2 more streams then. It'll probably be 2 more streams for the tournament. Because 1 more for this next set of brackets. And then another stream for just the whole end. Yeah. Although, I don't know. Maybe we'll be able to move through these pretty quick. Yeah. If we did everything else in 1 stream, I would be surprised. But okay. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. Not bright and early. Dark and early. But until then, I'm your boy Obae. Get on the Discord if you're not on it already. Have fun out there. Stay safe. Stay cultured. Stay horny.